Hello. I want to talk about basic programming. And basic programming is the first computer language that I learned. It was developed at Dartmouth University back in the 1960s, and even though the name basic implies that it's somehow simple, it actually can be used for some fairly complex programming, including developing computer games. Now, I'm assuming that mostly everybody here, sitting here, really doesn't understand BASIC or hasn't had much experience with computer programming. But we're going to move along with this, and I hope you will find that it's fairly simple to do, and before long you'll be writing some pretty complex programs. Now I'm going to divide the class into two groups, and one group is a group of more advanced students who have had more math, more education in general. And with that group, we're going to talk a bit about ciphers and cryptography. Not a week goes by when we don't hear about a cyber attack on some company or some government or someone or another. And with the more advanced group, ultimately our goal is to write some programs to do some cryptography. But with those of you who are elementary and beginning junior high students or middle school students, what we're going to do is teach you how to do some basic manipulation of words and to do some basic and perhaps even not so basic arithmetic. Now, just like anything else, once you start to do it, um, you begin to learn some tricks and they become embedded in your DNA and you'll find to be extremely useful. In fact, sometimes I think rather than pull out your calculator and do a calculation, you may find it easier to write a simple program to do your calculation. So to do our basic programming, we're going to use a software package known as Chipmunk Basic, and don't let the name uh, confuse you. It's a very powerful version of the basic program. The nice thing about Chipmunk is that it's free to download, and it runs on both PCs and Macs. So let's begin by doing some simple programming for everyone here with a Chipmunk Basic. And then as we move along, we can divide the class basically into two groups. There'll be one group, a basic group, and I will talk with you a bit and give you some basic tasks to do. And then as you're doing those tasks, I'll move on to the more advanced group, and we'll work toward developing our cryptography techniques. And if those of you in the basic group think you can do the stuff in the advanced group, you're free to move over. Okay, so now I've clicked on my Chipmunk software icon and pulling it up right here. So here's my Chipmunk basic programming window. So let's do our first program. Okay, now every program I'm going to begin with a line number. Now with this particular basic interpreter, you can put in commands without line numbers, but line numbers really help us keep track of what's going on with the program. And if we're going to write down a program and save it and use it later, the way this software is set up, we need to write line numbers. So let's write a simple. Write our first program. It'll be one line. All right, 10, and then I'll write print, and then I'll write in quotation marks, hello. So print hello. And now I will put in another line, 20, stop. It tells the program to stop running. So print hello, stop. Okay. Now I'm going to type run. Break in line 20. Okay, that's saying that the program was told to stop. You notice here that it printed out hello. Now, when we're writing a program, we can correct our program by retyping the line number. For example, I could put 20 end. Now, if I want to list it, go up to the go up to your menu and write and type list. Now you're not seeing this appear on the screen, and it says print hello end. Now I type run. It says hello. Okay? So that's our first program. We have the computer print the word hello. Now let's try something else. Let's try line 10. Print 2 plus 3. Okay, now I'm going to type run. The answer is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Now let me combine some text here. Let me try typing in 10, print 2 plus 3 . Let's try this. I don't know if this will work. 2 plus 3. And then we'll type run. We might get an error message. Okay, I should have put a space in there. It did. It printed out 2 plus 3, and then it printed out the answer 5. Now let me show you what I mean by putting a space in there. Let's type 10. Print 2 plus 3. Now I'll put in some spaces. Equals. Oh, 2 plus 3. Let's try that. Okay, run. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Okay, so already now we've done some simple, what they call string manipulation. That's manipulation of alphabetic characters. And we have done some arithmetic, where I have told the computer to print, and whatever I put in parentheses are the characters that it prints out, plus 2 plus 3, space, space, equals, space, space, then I end with parentheses, and then I put the arithmetic expression, 2 plus 3. So when it prints 2 plus 3 equals 5. So let's use this as an example of our first lesson on how to do computer programming.